I'm Jerry Schaefer. I'm the proprietor of Groovy Records, DeLand, Florida.
Stevie's vinyl cover, guys.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard. No, it's not from the moon, it is in fact from America. Never been to America before, and so it's the USA special. 3 record shops in America, vinyl prices, first impressions. So the reason we went to America was we had a terrible time during the pandemic with family loss and tragedy. So my partner wanted to spend time with her siblings who were in Florida and Georgia. So we went to Georgia and then on down to Florida. And it wasn't sort of a celebratory holiday, so we weren't going to do loads of things, just quality time. And in that time, I found myself looking at vinyl records, vinyl record shops in the area. So I managed to go and see a couple. So we've got 3 record shops and a bit of Walmart. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is near Daytona Beach. Now we went to the beach for the day. It was lovely in October to be able to go to the beach, have a look at that. So that was in Ormond Beach, and so a short drive detour on the way home. We actually went to Atlantic Sounds. Here's some pictures. So this is the front of Atlantic Sounds, and there's me in front of it, and there's a picture behind it. And Atlantic Sounds is 138 West International Speedway Boulevard, Daytona Beach, Florida, United States.
Atlantic Sounds, Daytona's hottest music source. Over 40,000 new and used records, classic albums, and the latest music grooves on vinyl. Browse favorites and essentials to build an epic collection. And Atlantic Sounds is your CD mecca with over 20,000 new and used. If we don't have it and they make it, we'll special order. We love music. We get music. Discover the music Nirvana voted best around. Atlantic Sounds.
So I have to say I was quite impressed. Nicely laid out, mostly big room with new vinyl and reissues, and then there was a back room with quite a bit of secondhand, loads of 7-inch singles. So that was our visit to Atlantic Sounds. So I have to say staff were very nice. I spoke to the manager and the assistant there. So next up we were back in Georgia, and we had a visit to Savannah, which is a lovely coastal Georgian city separated from South Carolina by the Savannah River, known for its manicured parks, etc., lovely park area. And it was taking a walk around the park, happened to notice that there was a record shop nearby. So next up we have Rody's Records in Savannah, which is just north of the big park in Savannah. Let's have a look around the park. And that's posters, CDs, comic books, collectibles, manga and shirts.
Dude. Holy shit. Dude.
Whose name is that?
That is David Bowie's hairstylist assistant.
Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, how much money you got?
I have to say, they had a lot of Beatles stuff in there. He was a big Beatles fan. I had a chat to the proprietor, so let's have a look. So there wasn't much kind of early 80s indies, none in fact. So I'll tell you what I bought at the end of the video.
I just want to know what genius thought it was great to tear down the original Cavern Club in 1970.
Oh God, yeah. So this is, what's the name of this one again?
Rody's Records.
Rody's Records.
Yeah.
Right, well done. Well, here we are.
This is the
Rody's Records.
This is the joys of American football.
In Savannah. Lovely town, Savannah, though.
Yeah.
So Roddy's Records, the address for that is north of the big sort of Central Park in Savannah, and that's 1401 Habersham Street, Savannah, Georgia. Okay, so that's Roddy's Records. So back in Georgia, and I found myself in a big Walmart, so had a Dunkin' Donuts and a coffee, and then we had a look round to check out the classic Walmart vinyl. There wasn't much there, but just sort of the classic stuff. Let's have a look at that. And is there any vinyl in Walmart? Classic Adele, which is $40. What else have we got? So there's Led Zeppelin. 3 is $27. Classic things, new. Revival. So $28. Which one is on? There's a Beatles box set of the Beatles and the demos. So that's what you get in the Walmart. New bestsellers. And there's how much is a crappy Crosley? Jesus, 120. Isn't that rubbish? There's a storage box for $32. So CDs. So, that is an American Walmart. A smattering of bits of vinyl in a very big store. So we don't tend to have vinyl in our big super. We do have some big supermarkets which will have clothes and all other bits and bobs, but they're more sort of big hubby type hubs of supermarkets, but they don't tend to do vinyl like Walmart. And we did go in a couple of bookshops that had vinyl, which you can kind of find over here, but not very often. So last but by no means least, we were back in Florida and had a day out with a couple of ladies who took me out on a trip. They wanted to go down to DeLand, Florida, or DeLand, Florida. So there were a couple of record shops down there. One was a bit disorganised, quite noisy, stuff all over the place. But the other one, I have to say, was probably my favourite of the trip, and that was Groovy Records.
Here at Groovy Records, I got rock, jazz, I got soul, hit me. Groovy Records, DeLand, Florida. Listen and believe.
In DeLand, Florida, and they're located at 212 North Woodland Boulevard, DeLand, Florida, United States.
Here at Groovy Records, I got rock, I got 45s, jazz, hey, I got soul, hit me. Groovy Records, DeLand, Florida. Listen and believe.
So I have to say thank you very much to both of the guys there. I had a let's have a look around. So here I am in Groovy Records in DeLand, Florida. Very good, successful, lots of $5 bargains. I hope you'll agree. And here we are. It's a bit of the high streets, and alarm going off. You see in the background a very nice young lady buying records. where are we? What's it's
DeLand, Florida, Groovy Records.
DeLand, Florida, Groovy Records. It's a wonderful record shop in DeLand, Florida.
What?
Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard. Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard.
Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard, guys.
I'm Jerry Schaefer. I'm the proprietor of Groovy Records, DeLand, Florida.
A very good record shop, and his fine assistant is...
I'm Danny. I've been working at Groovy Records now for 3 years or so.
He's been shopping at Groovy Records for over a decade.
Indispensable employee, very good chatter. He's talked me into buying all this.
And I'm still
somebody's wanted from the FBI there, so we better not feature him.
Don't look at that guy.
And what's the dog's name?
His name is Denko.
Denko. Say Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard. So here we are. Great record shop. Really good find in the middle of DeLand,
Florida.
DeLand, Florida. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
So I think you'll agree that's a pretty decent record shop. Jerry and Danny, thank you very much. Very hospitable, particularly Danny, who is having a good chat through about 80s stuff, sort of early 80s indie stuff. Just tells me, whoosh, it goes off the shelf when I get it in. I saw a couple of Smith's records there, sort of like $100 or something, original UK OG pressings, and I've got both of those in the cupboard. So I said, oh, how much would they fetch if you had originals? He said, well, they're not originals. I said, how much? He said, oh, phenomenal money. And I said, well, I've got a couple in my cupboard which I bought back in the day. So it just shows you, but I did buy some stuff, so let's have a look at what I bought. We can do a bit of a deal or no deal. Let me know in the comments if you think it's good prices or not.
8-tracks, obsolete. Cassettes, gone. CDs, forget about it. Formats come and go, but nothing beats the rich, warm sound of a vinyl record from Groovy Records.
Check it out. Gaga's on vinyl. Radiohead, Fleet Foxes, Adele, and more. They're all on vinyl.
Plus, all the classics you'd expect, all in great condition.
We've got new and used turntables, needles, and belts, too.
Groovy Records, DeLand, Florida.
Listen and believe.
So what did I end up buying in these lovely record shops? Okay, so let's start off. I've got a few bags here. I haven't actually opened these since October, so I can do my sorting out. So I don't know if you'll recognise the bag from shopping time. Right, so this is, so these were from Atlantic Sounds. Okay, so first up we've got, now this might seem a bit odd, we've got Simple Minds Sparkle in the Rain, $15. That's kind of like an average price. I don't normally see this one in the UK, or locally I should say. So what else we got? Extended play. We've got The Pretenders, and that was $8. Atlantic Sounds, $8. And on the back of it, Message of Love, Talk of the Town, etc. So a nice EP there for $8. Also, film soundtrack, Absolute Beginners, and that's another $8. As band I particularly like, had a couple of theirs and didn't get rid of. So this is the Tom Tom Club, and this is Pleasure of Love, Pleasure of Love. B-side, and then include September Song by Ian McCulloch of Echo and the Bunnymen. So that's 39 plus 4, so that's $43. Although the nice shop assistant says, he doesn't keep tabs on these, so he let me have that one for free. So it's $39. So deal or no deal for Atlantic Sounds. That's what I got there. So what did I get in Rody's Records in Savannah? Well, as I said, they had a lot of Beatles. He was a big Beatles fans. A lot of jazz in the racks there. There was literally nothing I could see, but I wanted to help the guy out because he was very nice. So I did actually see this. So I bought it new. I had some dollars in my pocket. Oh, I've got to spend them anyway. So I got the Cocteau Twins Bluebell Knoll reissue. And that was remastered 180 gram. It says pressed on audiophile 180 gram vinyl. I don't know what audio. Remastered from HD audio. don't know. So we'll have to see about that. But that was Rody's Records, $22. And I don't know if you remember, there was a video by the Omaha Introvert said she bought this very record for $32. So I got it cheaper. Although if you factor in the flights, I guess it's a bit more expensive. So did I get anything from Walmart? Stopping up at Walmart? Well, I had some very nice Dunkin' Donuts in the shop there. No, not really, but it was sort of towards the end of the trip, so I did spend some dollars on some vinyl protective sleeves. 25 outer sleeves, 25 inner sleeves, which will come in very useful because I've got some things which are I can't actually remember how much they were, sorry. And I did get one of those, which was a vinyl display. So if you see a record there or there displayed, you'll know where that came from. So last but not least, my favourite was Groovy Records in DeLand, Florida.
Here at Groovy Records, I got rock, jazz, I got soul, hit me!
So I don't know if you noticed in the bins, they did have what they call $5 holler. They had 3 for $10. I can't remember all of the prices here, but I did get a fair bit of whack, and I think this came to something like $40, $40 odd dollars. So let's have a look. So first up, we've got Kraftwerk Trans-Europe. Again, this is something I don't really see locally. That was quite one of them more pricey ones at $14, but I thought that was a fair price. Outside in the bins there was a Stones Tattoo You, but it was a bit cream crackered, so I got Rolling Stones. Don't have much Stones, but I thought for $8 that's perhaps pretty good value. The vinyl. Unlike this one, now this is I think this was 3 for $10, so it's like either $2 or $3. Absolutely shagarooned, but I've never actually seen this record secondhand. Now Danny informed me it's very commonplace in the States, but I decided to buy a copy. The vinyl is okay, but of course the sleeve has seen better days. On the back, yeah, so very bad condition for the cover, but actually I don't care because I just want to listen to it. So that was either $2 or $3, so I thought for that I'm gonna have it. There was a sign saying don't check the vinyl, but I checked it anyways. Then this one was it's not Soldier Boy, it's the Sugarcubes, so a bit of Bjork, and again that was I think that was $2. So that was a white label promo of the Sugarcubes. I thought for $2 I'm going to have that. Then now I'd forgotten I actually purchased this, and I've got a spare copy. So this is actually now my 3rd copy. But again, the vinyl was very good, and I think this was either $3 or $5. I think it might have been in the $5 bin. So it's Pretenders. So I've got 3 copies of this record. Now, maybe they'll comment and tell me how much. I think that was maybe $5. So White City by Pete Townsend. Hadn't got that. I've got a lot of Who, and I've got a bit of Townsend. So that's White City is an absolute must. Again, this is I know this is going to sound strange. I think this was $5. This is the Who's Next. Now I have this, but I have a scratch on it. Now this is I think it's an RCA pressing, sorry, MCA. It had actually $20 on it, but I assure you it wasn't. It was more like $5. Now I know that the MCA is a bad pressing, but I just wanted a backup copy, so $5 I'm going to have that. And likewise, I used to have this, and I bartered it in. Face Dances, yeah, Face Dances by the Who. Used to have a copy, but it was so cheap. And again, last but not least, I've never had a copy of this. Now this is again is quite rough, but it was cheap. So I got a double LP of Woodstock. So they did have a lot of good stuff, I should point out, but a lot of stuff was priced up. I did notice there was a Crass LP there for something like $60 or $80. So sought after stuff, quality stuff. But yeah, so okay, it was $40, but I'll go with it. So thank you very much to your assistance there in Groovy Records. That was probably my favourite shop of the trip. Okay, so let me know in the comments if you think that was a good deal or not, or your first impressions of the shops. I'm sorry I didn't actually shoot loads of footage because I wasn't thinking about YouTube at the time. We were just sort of parked up, nipping into the record shop, or me escaping, wandering off to the record shop, or on the day out. The girls can... they were stuffing their faces with ice cream while I was escaping in the record shop, and they keep coming in saying, "Is he finished yet?" So anyway, thank you once again, and that was my little video on USA vinyl. Cheers. Coldest, cheapest beer in town. Do you want a beer, Gwen?
Stevie's vinyl covered, guys.